All right, guys. So it's a typical Saturday, and as usual, as traders, we try to do more revisions and learn something new. Okay, so today I want to give you 5 tips. All right, 5 tips that can help your supply and demand strategy. Okay, so I already have the charts down. I don't want to make the video long, so I already have the charts down. So just follow me through these rules, and I believe very well that it will help you. Okay, now the first rule is that zones that align with the trend are very, very powerful. Okay, zones that align with the trend are very, very powerful. So as you can see, typically in a bullish market, okay, price doing its normal higher highs and higher lows. Are you getting it? We have a demand zone over here, and then price came back to this demand zone, and then it has to pull up. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have a supply zone in a bullish market, you need to be very, very careful. Same way, if you have a demand zone in a bearish market, you need to be very, very careful. Okay. But if you have a demand zone in a bullish market, it's very, very excellent or powerful. And if you have a supply zone in what in a bearish market, it's also powerful. Okay, so just make sure that your zones align with the general trend. Okay, all right. So that is rule number one. Now, rule number two. Now, the first mitigation is very, very important. Okay, the first mitigation from your supply or demand zone is very, very important. So as you can see from my on this particular chart, okay, we have our zone over here, price pull up to this zone, and this is our first mitigation of this order block. Are you getting it? And then you can see price pulling down. Now, this is also a different chart. Are you getting it? Now we see our first mitigation. Now, this is the second mitigation. Second mitigation, price is likely to break through. Okay, so even though we can also hold, okay, but the first one is very, very important. So take note of that. Now, rule number three. Rule number three says that high volume of price that precedes an order block is highly probable. So what does this mean? Now we have our order block over here, and now look at what happened. We have price pulling down. So at this particular time, right from the order block, you want to see a very long candle. I get it, a candle that has momentum. Obviously, that should tell you that that is what smart money action over there. Okay. Now, usually when this happens, it leaves a fair value gap or inefficiency. Okay. Since the market doesn't like leaving inefficiencies or imbalances, they try as much as possible to go back, feel it, and then they fall. Okay. Now, this is the second scenario. You can see that right from the order block, we can see price doing some choppy movement, giving some low level of low momentum of candles pulling down. I guess. Now, if you happen to see these two scenarios, try to always choose this one, or this one should be better than this. Okay, so that is the rule number three. Now we move on to rule number four. I'm rushing because I don't want to make the video lengthy. Okay, now rule number four, an order block must break structure and the zone must shift structure. Okay, so what does it mean? Now, I always tell you that you want to see two structures broken, okay, before you consider it as what a shift in structure. So over here, we can see that this is a high, okay, which is a break of structure, and then this is a low. Okay, so we have this one broken, okay, and then this low also broken. So two structures broken, you can consider this as a shift in structure. Are you getting it? Now, one thing too that I want to let you guys know is that if you have forgotten about these highs and lows being broken, okay, just look at the low that has formed, okay, before the current structure. Okay, so before the current high, sorry. Okay, so we have the previous high and then the current high. Where is the low? This is the low. You want to see it's broken. Okay, so you can just give this understanding to a demand zone as well, because this is a supply zone. Now, if you look at the second structure, you can see that we have only this high broken and then price came to this. So if you consider this as what as a supply zone, okay, price is likely to go and break it, okay, break this zone because it has not been broken, unlike what we are having over here. I get it. So you want to see the intersection point of the previous high and then the current high taken before or broken before you consider that order block valid. Are you getting it? So let's go to the last rule. Rule number 5 says what? Always wait for liquidity to be taken before entry. Don't stand in front of a gun. Are you getting it? Don't stand in front of it. Okay. Trade in the direction of the next liquidity. Are you getting it? Now look at this. We have price. Okay. We have price forming this supply zone, and then we have our shift in structure over here. It went up for the very first time, and then that's formed what a zone over there. So this is one top. I get in price is likely to come back here and then break through. So there is liquidity at the top because a lot of people will be selling over here. So always wait for what? Always wait for this liquidity to be taken. Get to your zone before pulling what? Before pulling down. And look at this. Look at the second structure. We have the first zone forming over here. Price went up to this zone and then you sold over here. Okay, it pulled up and then went back to take you out of the market. Are you getting it? All right. So these are just some 5 rules or tips that I want to give you, and I believe very well that with this, just with this short video, it will help your supply and demand strategy. Okay, so if you find this video valuable, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, a new content that will probably help you, you can get notified so that you don't miss any video. Okay, all right. See you in my next video.